Good, thank you.
What stands out about BYU when you watch that tape?
Well, I think first and foremost, they do a lot of different things offensively. They've changed a little bit with a new quarterback who's started at the end of the year last year. So there's some unknown about what they're doing offensively with him, because there's only been 2 games with him being a full-time starter this year. So you're looking at film from last year and this year.
Obviously, he was really accurate in the bowl game. Is that something you've seen on tape that is one of the concerns with him?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he threw for a lot of yards in high school. If you look at his statistics, he makes a lot of plays with his feet. He stays active. He looks to throw the ball down the field when he breaks out of the pocket, and will also pull it down and run the ball. So he's definitely what you consider a dual threat quarterback.
Does that put more emphasis for the cornerbacks? I mean, there's been a couple times where there's been open receivers, but the throws haven't been there.
Right. Yeah, we preach it every week, and this week will be no different.
Is this a good measuring stick, I guess, for the young corners, just to see how far they've come so
far?
Yeah,
every week it is. The first 2 games, it's been good for them to get out there and get their feet wet, so to speak, and play a lot of reps. OG's taken a lot of reps. I think, there's been some inconsistency at times with him, but he's done some good things as well. But going on the road and playing in that environment are all things that are going to be a big challenge for us.
So is Connor Murphy kind of getting more reps this week with Christian?
Yeah, Connor's, gained himself more reps by how he's practiced. So, you saw him play a little bit more in the second game than the first game, and really a lot of that's attributed to how he's practiced in fall camp, and he deserves an opportunity to play.
And what have you seen from him in those practices?
Yeah, I like his length. It's one of the reasons we recruited him. We like his physicality, and he is a big body out there that gets in throwing lanes that the quarterback's got to throw over. So he gives you some flexibility that way, and I'm really glad to see his progress.
If Christian were limited, is he the main guy that would take those snaps?
We'll see. It's early yet, and you can ask Coach Helm about the depth.
What did you think about J.T. Fella's performance against Stanford?
I thought it was really good. I mean, he played with really good gap integrity. When we did move him, he played with really sudden movement and got vertical. I was really happy with how he played.
The defensive line depth, how does that change how you can call plays as a defense coordinator?
Well, they just look fresher when they come off the field. So it doesn't really change kind of what we're doing. It's just more utilizing the body types that we have, and it's allowing us to play more guys, which I'm really happy about so far.
Just having more kind of packages, is that how do you kind of utilize that?
Yeah. I mean, every game's going to be a little bit different based on what the offense provides us, and this week will be no different. But it's nice to just have those different body types where we can get big or we can play in a smaller situation all the way across the front.
Was there a sequence or a moment that you felt like the tide turned for you guys in the next Stanford game defensively?
Well, I thought, we played in the first half. We gave up some plays that was disappointing. Some plays maybe that we were expecting them to do, so that was disappointing. But the guys hunkered down at halftime, and we made some adjustments, and they came out and finished strong in the second half.
What about just holding them to a field goal after they scored 14?
Yeah, that was huge. And the field position switched a little bit, and we're able to kind of control that from a defensive standpoint.
How did Elijah end up on Parkinson?
Just based on the call that was generated, he can end up a host of different positions.
Uh-huh.
We like OG's verticals, and we worked all week on the back shoulder fade throws that they like to do, and OG played it really nice.
7 inches between them.
Yeah. So we challenged him, and we switched when the ball got down in there. I don't know if you noticed, but put Isaiah at left corner and put Chase in at safety.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the plan, but there's a certain yard line where we were going to do that, and they just didn't really get to that spot when that play transpired.
Sorry if you already asked, but are you planning to be without Christian Rector this weekend?
Coach Hunt will answer that. He's been in meetings, been out here at practice, but it's too early to tell.
If you had to be without him, how much confidence do you have in Connor Murphy, what you've seen of him?
Yeah, I mean, we got a host of guys that we can put in there that have gotten quality reps in fall camp and in the first 2 games. So, of course, he's a guy that's played a lot of football for us. So, of course, he'd be missed whenever he doesn't play.
I know Clay has mentioned how much the redshirt rule, the new redshirt rule, has helped in terms of developing guys. How much does that help a guy like Connor Murphy?
It's helped him a ton. He's really matured. he came in here and had the double hernias and fought through that. And but it's given him time to kind of let his body grow a little bit and really kind of mature with the technique that we're trying to use defensively up front.
Have you figured out what you want to do with Chase Williams? Is he still just going to kind of switch back and forth, or do you want to leave him at one of those two spots?
You know, he's competing every week to play one of those spots in the secondary, and he gets ample reps to do that. And he gives us a lot of flexibility because he can play multiple positions. And you know, as the defensive coordinator, it's nice to have a guy like that.
You said that Elijah, Ie Naoteote last week, he said he was being a little bit overzealous.
Right.
Did you see anything different from him this time?
Saw a lot of the same movie. You know, I think that's just kind of who he is a little bit. He's very quick, you know, instinctive to key and diagnose. And, you know, he missed some tackles in space I'd like for him to make. But I think as time goes, he'll continue to make progress there.
What will it take for him to stop missing those tackles? What do you need to see from him?
I think one of it, you know, he's playing in the boundary most of the time, to where before he's in the middle, where he can really maybe kind of cut it loose a little bit more when he's going sideline to sideline in the middle. Now when he's just on one half of the defense, probably his angles need to be a little bit better, and then just how he kind of tempers the ball when he does come up and attacking, particularly in the space stuff.
What do you have to do to defend the screen game a little bit better?
You know, I think it's all about recognition up front, and you know, if they don't block you, you got to turn and get out of the stack, and we talk it and work drills on it every single week, and you know, we'd like to play it better. We just got to keep working on it and try to. It's a recognition type thing.
Ie said his eyes were much better in the game too. He just said I was seeing things, I was seeing what I was supposed to see and all that. How does that happen for a kid like that from game one to game two?
Well, I think, you know, it's him being a Mike linebacker most of his life, to where he's covering from sideline to sideline. Now he's just playing more just, you know, from a hash mark to the sideline. So maybe his angles change a little bit when he's chasing across the field, and also when runs are at him that are in a little bit shorter space. But you know, he's working on diligently to continue to work on his tackling, and particularly in space. And I don't expect him to get better as the season goes on.
He said he was pleased that he could come off the field and tell you guys what he was seeing.
Yeah.
And that would he liked the fact that he could do that.
Right. He's got some experience now, and you know, we have a lot of guys like that are you know, understand the game and can come off and give you the proper information. And as a coach, you know, that's something you really like, because you know, we don't have the Polaroid pictures at this level, and you can't sometimes see exactly everything. But you know, really all the kids on our defense have really good football awareness. And I think it's gotten better, you know, from situational stuff in practice throughout spring and then fall camp. And I'm seeing it start to really show up in the games, which is exciting, particularly how young we are.
With your youth on defense, how confident are you in the guys going into their first road game?
You know, there's always somewhat of a concern of it. You know, this field's as big as the one that we practice on is the one that's over at the Coliseum. So we kind of take that approach. We just got to go there and handle our business. And you know, we've had a good week of practice and continue to prepare these next couple days.